your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Another business opening its doors on Grand Bahama. Marketing director of the Caribbean Barrel Sports Bar says they're bringing a whole new experience to the island while providing new job opportunities. Rumiko Knowles stopped by the establishment before its grand opening tonight to get a feel of what the owners say is all things Caribbean.
The ocean view, the wide variety of beverages, the authentic cuisine from countries around the world, and the island-like atmosphere is what owners say make the Caribbean Barrel Sports Bar different from any other establishment. Marketing Director Dave Mackey says much work has gone into the local bar and restaurant, formerly known as Monkey Joe's.
This basically is a location that gives you a taste of the Caribbean. And so the concept really is, as the owner came in and he saw, the feel of the inside and the outside, he wanted to make you feel like you're outside while you're inside. And so you got this beautiful thatch going across here. And although we're recording this interview now during the daytime, in the nighttime is when this really comes alive. That's where you really see all of the colors and the lighting. And so when you come into here, you really feel like you're in another place.
Mackey notes that the owner has the confidence in the economy to open the sports bar, which employs some 20 persons.
It's very exciting. It's been a long journey. It's been a lot of work, and as you can see, as you've shown the audience around here, a lot of investment has gone into it. And at a time when people are saying, well, what are you doing? But what it is really is it's providing an avenue for people to have something to do. And because of the size of the location, social distancing is easy, especially outside. So all of those points are considered. The social distancing, the masks, and all of that are taken into consideration.
The theme for the Caribbean Barrel Sports Bar is All of We Are One, and they have incorporated that concept into their menu.
Monday nights, it's Mexican night. So the kitchen will feature Mexican cuisine, authentic Mexican cuisine, as well as the cocktails will be Mexican, so you can get your tequila and your margaritas. On Wednesday will be seafood nights, so all the seafood that you like to eat will be available then. On Friday nights is Bahamian nights. On Saturdays is going to be Latino nights. So it'll be Latin cuisine and Latin cocktails.
And if that doesn't excite you, Mackey says the sports bar will also have live entertainment from the Uppercut Band.
And most people are familiar with my band, Uppercut 242. We are a multi-genre band. We'll give you everything from Despacito to Bob Marley to Pressure to a whole wide variety of music that fits this type of environment for the international type of community that we have in the Bahamas. And so we're very excited to do this.
The establishment is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. until curfew.
Well, Rumiko is standing by live at the business establishment now to tell us how opening night is going.
Well, Megan, things are going great and the vibes are right here at the grand opening of the Caribbean Barrel Sports Bar. And I'm standing by with the marketing director. As you would have heard earlier, he mentioned that a lot of work has gone into getting this place up and running. And now we are here at the grand opening. Talk a little about some of the work that you have put into this place to get it where it is today. And as we see behind us, customers are out.
Well, the owner and the team were very enthusiastic about getting things going. They had the confidence that things were going to work on Grand Bahama. In the midst of all of the stuff that we're going through, the owner was confident. And tonight, we're so excited. If you look around, you see social distancing is happening, but the place is just rocking. Inside, we got a beautiful, colorful environment with different tunes playing, so it has another vibe in there. And then outside is rocking. Right now we got DJ Future who's on the Wheels of Steel, rocking it out. And then we're going to be there. See, I'm holding my guitar. So we're going to be doing it. And right next to me is Donna Sharp. And we wouldn't be able to do this without people like Donna, who who have helped us to be able to get the equipment that we needed. Because in Dorian, the equipment was wiped out. And people like Donna and Ken Williams and Margaret Groves and a number of others have assisted us with this. And Donna's right next to me.
Of course. Donna, we heard that you are visiting us from Canada.
Yes.
Welcome to Grand Bahama.
Thank you.
How are you loving it so far?
Oh my gosh, we are so happy to be back here. Of course, with the COVID going on, it's been a few hoop jumps to get here. But we're ecstatic to see that Upper Cup is playing live again, right? And yeah.
I can see the excitement on your face. And of course, you're enjoying the island vibe. You look around, you see there's an island atmosphere. How is that for you?
That view, that is amazing view, right? That is a view that I look forward to all year to get back to, right? So.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it, Grand Bahama. We are coming to you live from the grand opening of the Caribbean Barrel Sports Bar. And if you are not here, you need to be here. There's a few more hours before curfew, so come on out. We're here. DJ Future from Power 105 is on the ones and twos, and we're going to enjoy ourselves tonight. Back to you in studio.
Thanks, Ramiko. Well, definitely looks like you're having a good time. In other news, 40 families from each of the government primary schools on Grand Bahama and Bimini receiving grocery gift certificates from Edwards San Jose Construction Company. Business manager Margot Victor says that it breaks their heart to see children going through challenges as a result of a struggling economy. As partners in the community, she says the construction company seeks to help safeguard the dignity of Bahamian families.
Jesus says that, firstly, we should love the Lord our God with all our heart, with all our mind, and with all our soul. And he says, secondly, you must love your neighbor as you love yourself. And so, today, while our donation may not take care of an ailing economy, may not solve the problems of an ailing economy, we trust and we hope that it answers the prayer of a little child. And so today it gives us great pleasure to make these grocery gift certificate donations.
Principals from the various local government primary schools were on hand for the donation. They say they appreciate the kind gesture from the construction company.
We are indeed grateful to this wonderful donation, and we accept on behalf of the students of UCal Primary School. We are sure that it will go a long way in assisting them, especially with this Christmas season coming up, to provide food for their families.
It is a great gesture for companies to come and to be a part of the lives of the children. We know that these are hard economic times, and this token of their appreciation will go a long way in helping in some way or another.
You know, during the season, we are truly appreciative of this kind gesture that they have extended to our parents. You know, we know these difficult times, and so we are truly, truly grateful for such a wonderful donation.
The Anglican community welcoming 2 new priests on Grand Bahama. Tonight, Jay Philippe tells us that they're both sons of the soil.
For the first time in the history of the Northern Bahamas Archdeaconry, 2 Grand Bahamians were ordained to the sacred priesthood. Reverend Walcott Bain, a member of St. Stephen's Anglican Church in 8 Mile Rock, and Reverend Philip Jeffrey Heal Jr., a member of the Pro-Cathedral of Christ the King, were both ordained by the Reverend Leish Boyd, Bishop of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands at the Pro-Cathedral of Christ the King. Reverend Philip Heal Jr., reflecting on what the consecration and the ordination means for him, and Reverend Walcott Bain.
For the island of Grand Bahama, the fact that St. Stephen's is Grand Bahama's first church and the Pro-Cathedral is Freeport's first church, it speaks to the great history that we have here and the milestone we would have, I don't want to say we accomplished, but through God's grace, we're able to be a part of.
Philip Jeffrey Heal says that a lot of sacrifice and commitment was made to get to this point.
Ministry is not something that's glitz and glamour. It may seem so at times, but it's a lot of hard work, a lot of commitment, not just to God, but to God's people. So to get ordained, you have to offer yourself up, be a willing servant. You have to go to school. You have to get your bachelor's degree in theology. And you're called to travel away from the luxuries of life. And you have to go into a place of, I don't want to say solitude, but a place where you have to step down from your comforts and live amongst things that you may not normally live with.
The Grand Bahamian native grew up in the Pro-Cathedral of Christ the King, where he was baptized and ordained. Now at the age of 31, the young Reverend says his recent ordination is a dream come true.
I wanted this when I was 14 years old. The passion was just put in my heart at 14 years old, and times I doubted it would ever happen or come to fruition. But each time I entered these church walls, these church doors, the congregation, my church family, they would encourage me. I was assured of their prayers and their support. Every time I came home on break from school, they were always there encouraging me and just reassuring me that, you know, God has a plan and purpose for me. So for me to sit here on Monday night and finally make it to this point, it was just an overwhelming feeling of humility and joy.
As Reverend, Jeffrey Heal was placed in New Providence under the leadership of senior cleric for training and helping in his priestly formation at the Highbury Park under the direction of Rector Peter Scott.
He's been an excellent teacher, I must say. He's done a great job in helping me and helping mold me into the young man I am today and within the past year. With all the experiences and trials that we've had that year, that with COVID-19 and other issues within just the community, he's been a beacon, I think, for the community of Holy Cross Church and someone I do respect within the ministry.
The young and humble Reverend also offered some advice for young men that may feel lost.
For young men specifically, there needs to be a changing of direction where we think about the church. It's not a weak thing. As a matter of fact, it takes a lot of strength and courage to be a Christian, because the trials Christians face, it's not an easy thing. So, you know, I encourage them to just be open to the fact that God still loves them regardless of the path they may have chosen. It's not a dead end. There's always a path out for God.
I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Network News.
And still to come, our Facebook friend of the day.
Let it snow, let it